Hi guys, welcome and welcome back. Thank you so much for joining the space. So we're going to be reacting to a Prince song called I Want to Be Your Lover. Now, a lot of you guys in the comments were saying that I should definitely go and listen to his earlier work. So I'm guessing this is his earlier work. He looks a lot younger. And I just did my research. This was released in 79. So if there's even earlier stuff, then I will listen to that too. But I came across this one and I think I saw multiple people saying this song is like one of his earlier songs and recommending it. So I thought, let me check it out. But I'm sure there's earlier work and I am still new to this Prince journey. So I'm taking people's requests. I'm prioritizing people's requests that they send that they want me to react to. So you guys are shaping the community here of what I listen to. So if you do want me to listen to earlier work, feel free to request it in the link below. But here we go. Them harmonies. Aww. Wow. Hey. Oh, eh. Ooh, Yes. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, that is crazy. What even is that instrument? Wow. Oh my god, that cheeky violin at the end. I don't know if you guys could pick up on that because I think the volume went quite low at the end there. But wow, that little bit of violin. This is what I think I've seen this before with Prince's stuff. It's like at the end there's some kind of instrument that you can barely hear, but it's like it doesn't just go quiet when they sort of fade out the volume. It just keeps going, and it's almost like we might be stopped. It might stop for us, but for him, it's just he's still carrying on, even though we can't hear it. It's almost that gives that energy of like it's just mellowed out, but he's still doing his thing, and we just have to go because I don't know. That's the vibe I get. But like, oh, he's so good, man. Like this song was sick. Yeah, I definitely see a difference in his sound, in this one. Like, I think. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I've only listened to this is the earliest one that I've listened to, I believe. So if obviously there's earlier ones, then feel free to request them in the link below and introduce me to that. But I can definitely see a difference. It's almost like, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. This is just me. You can tell that he's almost. This is potentially at the beginning of his experimenting and his real like chaoticness that he brings to a lot of his songs that I've like his later songs that I've noticed. Especially obviously you had the bit which was probably like almost 2 minutes of where he was singing the lyrics of the song, and I want to be your lover, and it was so happy and so like it was just really really happy and really summery vibes, and it was just such a vibe. I think it really showed the youthful energy in his music. But then you had obviously the instrumental bit at the end, which was pretty much most of the portion of the song where you really see how he's beginning his experimenting and using different sounds and not having it maybe be something that people usually listen to at that time, or like everyone's saying, and I've seen in his later stuff that he was very much ahead of his time, and in terms of the noises that he uses, in terms of the tunings, the instruments, the way that instruments are played. Like there was some instruments in there, or I don't know what they use, if anybody knows, because obviously production softwares like Logic and all these other ones, they didn't come out till later, right? So I'd love to know anyone that knows kind of more of the recording side of this genre, this era of music, and how they actually came about, because you could tell that a lot of these sounds were not like, these were definitely altered in terms of the sounding, and like whatever effects they've put on that is definitely not, I mean, if it is something that you can create with a guitar itself, them noises, I mean, I'd love to know. I'm just going off my knowledge of making music in this era, and still then my knowledge is limited on it. So if anyone knows a bit more about music production back then and in general, then shed some light and wisdom on that. But yeah, you could definitely see, like I said, his experimentation, and I just feel like his voice in this was crazy. It was so high pitched and so youthful and so like expressive. I love the harmonies. Like you can definitely see how his sound has evolved and how he's become even more complex in the way he layers things. For Prince, this was more, don't come for me, but more stripped back and more simple, if you can ever say Prince is simple. But you can tell that how much he's evolved since then, which is interesting. But obviously still so much has gone into it, but you can tell that his ear over the years, naturally as it would, has evolved and has added so many elements. Like I remember when I did my reaction to Adore, I could hear so many elements, and even obviously Purple Rain and everything, you know, you hear so many elements like this. You're just flooded with instruments, with layers, with this and that, and this one was more stripped back, even though there was definitely those elements of layering and complexity. It's not as full, but you still see that side of Prince where it's that experimentation, especially with the instrumental bit. Like, there's some layers there that you can hear, and even with his vocals as well, like definitely with the harmonies. I think that's one thing. Them harmonies that he does, like now I listen to it a second time, there was harmonies in this first bit that were a bit more strong and like really out there, but even now I listen to it for a second time, you can hear those harmonies just underneath, and it just adds such a, like, you feel it more than you hear it. And I think that's when harmonies work beautifully, is that you feel it before you actually hear it. And that's what I was feeling like. I feel like that's what harmonies and layering and all that stuff with vocals is all about, is when you can feel something but you can't pinpoint what it is until you listen to it a second time, and then you can kind of feel it. So yeah, I love this one. It was sick. It was so happy, so beautiful. I love the lyrics as well. I want to be your lover. His voice was crazy in this one. Yeah, amazing. So if there's any other suggestions that you guys have for like his earlier work, and if you agree with what I'm saying, like I said, I'm still so new to Prince and his way of doing things, but from what I've listened to, I can see that this is just the start of what the complexity of his work that we are yet to see after this, that I've seen, that I've listened to at the beginning. So I'd love to know if you guys agree with what I'm saying, if I'm kind of misinterpreting something, or if there's anything I'm missing or not seeing, or yeah, then, you know, educate me, and feel free to let me know your comments down below. I welcome insights and stuff. I feel like I never want to misinterpret. I never want to not understand an artist. Obviously, I'm discovering his music and things like that, but those people that know him and have followed his work for years, you guys probably have a better understanding of that. So feel free to comment down below your thoughts, your perspectives. I always appreciate that. But yeah, this was just great. Another great one. It's just one of them fun ones that you just want to be out in the sun, like in the park, and it's just a vibe. I love it. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and if you did like the vibe and the way I look into music and analyze music, feel free to like and subscribe, join the family. I react to a lot of Prince, a lot of different music from the 60s to the 90s, the classic vocal legends like Patti LaBelle, Donny Hathaway, and obviously amazing musicians like Earth, Wind and Fire, Prince obviously, and loads more really. So yeah, thank you so much for watching and joining the space with me. I really appreciate it. Until next time, bye.